She sighed. Christ, I need someone who matches my energy before canceling our anniversary plans. I said, I understand. When she saw who I spent that night with instead, she called crying. But it was already too late to explain the photos her brother had sent me. I, 28 male, just had the most surreal 72 hours of my life. Still processing everything, but I need to get this off my chest. Been with Meredith for 3 years. Thought we were solid. Our anniversary was coming up last Friday, and I'd planned this whole thing. Reservation at the steakhouse where we had our first date, tickets to see her favorite band, even arranged for her best friend to keep her schedule clear. Thursday afternoon, she texts me while I'm at work. Not even a call. Just, hey, about tomorrow, I've been thinking and I really need to cancel our plans. I called her immediately. She sounded annoyed, like I was bothering her. Look, I'm just not feeling it, she said. Then came the sigh, that dramatic, world-weary sigh. Christ, I just need someone who matches my energy, you know? You're sweet, but sometimes it's like we're on different wavelengths. I stayed quiet for a moment. So you're canceling our anniversary? Don't make it a thing. We can celebrate another time when I'm more in the mood. I understand, I said. And I hung up. 20 minutes later, my phone buzzed. Her brother, Garrett. We're not close, but we game online sometimes. He'd sent me a message on Discord. Yo man, need to show you something. Can you hop on voice? I told him I was at work. Could he just send it? What came next was 6 photos. All from the previous weekend when Meredith said she was at her cousin's bachelorette party. The location tags were from a resort town 3 hours away. But there was no bachelorette party. There was Meredith and some guy. The photos weren't explicit, but they were intimate. Dinner at a fancy restaurant. Walking on the beach, his arm around her. A selfie of them at what looked like a wine tasting. The last one was them entering a hotel room together. Garrett's message. Saw this on my boy's Instagram story. Thought you should know. I already confronted her, but she said it's not what it looks like. I'm sorry, man. I stared at those photos for probably 10 minutes. Then I screenshot everything, backed them up to my cloud, and went back to work. That evening, Meredith texted asking if I was mad about canceling. I replied, not at all. Enjoy your evening. She sent back a bunch of question marks, but I didn't respond. Here's where it gets interesting. My coworker Delaney had noticed I was off all afternoon. We've worked together for 2 years, became pretty good friends. She asked if I wanted to grab a drink after work. I said yes. Over beers, I told her everything, showed her the photos. She was furious on my behalf. You know what, tomorrow's Friday. Let's do something fun. My treat. You shouldn't be alone on what was supposed to be your anniversary. So we made plans. Nothing romantic, just friends looking out for each other. We'd go to an arcade bar, play some games, eat terrible bar food, and help me forget about the whole mess. Friday came. Meredith texted me in the morning. Hey babe, thinking maybe we could do something low-key tonight instead? I replied, I already made other plans. Have a good weekend. She called immediately. I didn't answer. More texts. What other plans? Are you being petty? This is really immature. I muted her notifications and went to work. That night, Delaney and I hit up the arcade bar as planned. We were having a blast. She destroyed me at air hockey. I got revenge at skee-ball. We took a bunch of silly photos with the prizes we won. Posted a few on my Instagram story. Just 2 friends having fun, nothing inappropriate. My phone started blowing up around 9 p.m. I checked. Meredith had seen the stories. The texts started flooding in. Who is she? Are you f***ing serious right now? You're on a date? This is so disrespectful. We need to talk now. I ignored them all. Delaney noticed and asked if everything was okay. I showed her the texts. She laughed. The audacity, she said. Come on, let's get more drinks. We stayed until closing. Delaney made sure I got home safe. We Ubered. I was pretty drunk by then. She gave me a hug goodnight and said, you deserve better than someone who cancels your anniversary to be with another dude. I woke up Saturday to 23 missed calls, 89 text messages, 12 Instagram DMs, 5 Facebook messages, 3 emails, all from Meredith. The progression was something. 1 a.m., please just talk to me. 2 a.m., this is so unlike you. 3 a.m., I can't believe you'd do this to us. 4 a.m., you're throwing away 3 years for some random girl? 5 a.m., I'm coming over. She actually did show up at my apartment at 5:47 a.m. Banged on the door until my neighbor threatened to call the cops. She finally left. Then came the Facebook post. Oh boy. She made this long public post about how I was a cheater, how I'd abandoned her on our anniversary to hook up with a coworker, how she was blindsided by his betrayal, tagged me and everything. Her friends started commenting, calling me trash, saying she deserved better. The whole 9 yards. I didn't respond. Instead, I made my own post. Since we're airing things publicly now, I made anniversary plans. She canceled them saying she needed someone who matches her energy. I accepted that and made other plans with a friend. If that's betrayal, then I'm guilty. P.S. Ask her about her cousin's bachelorette party last weekend. Then I posted one of Garrett's photos, the restaurant one. Nothing too damaging, but clearly showing her with another man. Tagged her brother for good measure. The comment section exploded. Garrett confirmed it was from last weekend. People started putting pieces together. Some of her friends deleted their nasty comments about me. Meredith called me screaming. Actually screaming. I hung up and blocked her number. Update 1. Holy hell. This blew up. Thanks for all the support. Here's what's happened since. Saturday afternoon, Meredith showed up at my apartment again. This time with the guy from the photos. I'm not kidding. She brought him to my apartment. I saw them through my Ring camera. She was gesturing wildly. He looked uncomfortable. I didn't answer. She yelled through the door. I know you're in there. This is Trent. He's just a friend from my yoga class. Tell him what you told everyone. Tell him you think we're having an affair. Trent spoke up. Mer, maybe we should go? No, he needs to apologize for ruining my reputation. They stood there for 20 minutes. I recorded the whole thing. Trent tried to leave twice, but Meredith kept pulling him back. Finally, he just walked away. She followed him, still yelling. Then the texts started coming in from mutual friends. Apparently, Meredith was telling everyone that 1. The photos were photoshopped. 2. Her brother was trying to break us up because he never liked her. 3. I'd been planning to cheat with Delaney for months. 4. She canceled our anniversary because she sensed something was off. The thing is, Trent started talking. Turns out he thought they were dating. She'd told him she was single. He'd paid for that whole weekend trip thinking it was a romantic getaway. When he found out about me, he was pissed. He DM'd me on Instagram with receipts. Venmo transactions for the hotel, text messages where she called him babe. A screenshot where she said she was falling for him. Restaurant reservations he'd made for 2 weeks from now. Dude was planning their 1-month anniversary. While she was with me for 3 years. I thanked him for the info. He apologized, said he had no idea. Honestly felt bad for the guy. Sunday night, Meredith's mom called me. We'd always gotten along well. She was crying. I'm so sorry, she said. I raised her better than this. Garrett told me everything. We're all just shocked. I told her it wasn't her fault. She asked if there was any chance of working things out. I said no. I understand, she said. You're a good man. You deserved better. That hit harder than anything else. Monday morning, I get to work and there's a security alert. Meredith had shown up at my office at 7 a.m. demanding to see me. Security wouldn't let her in, badge access required. She told them she was my fiancée and there was a family emergency. My boss called me into his office. I explained the situation, showed him some of the texts. He was understanding, said they'd flag her as a security risk. Take a few days if you need them, he offered. I said I was fine. Work was actually a good distraction. Delaney brought me coffee and a donut. How you holding up? Better than expected, honestly. Good. Oh, by the way, someone left like 50 comments on my Instagram calling me a homewrecker. I made my account private. Christ. I apologized, but she waved it off. Not your fault, your ex is unhinged. That afternoon, I got a call from my landlord. Meredith had contacted them claiming she lived with me. She didn't, she had her own place, and that I'd illegally locked her out. She wanted a key to her apartment. Thankfully, my landlord called me first. I sent them a copy of my lease showing only my name. They told her to pound sand. The entitlement was astronomical. Update 2. This will probably be my last update. It's been a week since everything went down, and I think we've reached the conclusion of this disaster. Tuesday, Meredith's best friend Kendra reached out. She wanted to meet for coffee. I almost said no, but she'd always been cool with me, so I agreed. We met at a Starbucks. She looked exhausted. I need you to know I had no idea, she started. About Trent, about any of it. I thought she was at my cousin's bachelorette party. She used me as an alibi without telling me. Apparently, Meredith had been spiraling all week. She'd shown up at Kendra's apartment at 3 a.m., drunk, saying I'd ruined her life. She'd admitted to the affair but claimed it didn't count because she wasn't sure about us anymore. She actually said you should be grateful she was testing the waters before making a decision, Kendra said. I told her she was insane. Then came the kicker. Meredith had been doing this for 2 months, not just with Trent. Kendra found out she'd been on dating apps, going on dates, the whole thing, all while living her normal life with me. She called it exploring her options, Kendra said. Like you were a job she was thinking of leaving. I asked why she was telling me this. Because you deserve to know, and because I'm done being her friend. This isn't the person I thought I knew. Wednesday, I got a package at work. No return address. Inside was a printed stack of papers, screenshots of text conversations between Meredith and 3 different guys, all from the last few months, all explicitly romantic, sexual. There was a note, thought you should see these. She's been playing everyone. Trent apparently had done some digging of his own. One conversation stood out. From a month ago, guy. So when are you going to break up with him? IDK. He's comfortable. Pays for a lot of stuff. Maybe after the holidays I can get one more good Christmas gift, lol. Cold. A girl's gotta look out for herself. I felt sick, then angry, then oddly relieved. At least I knew who she really was now. Thursday morning, 6 a.m. My doorbell rings. I check the camera. It's Meredith. She's holding a box. I opened the door, but kept the chain on. What do you want? I'm returning your stuff, she said. Her voice was hoarse. Can we talk, please? There's nothing to talk about. I made a mistake, several mistakes, but I love you. No, you don't. You don't get to tell me how I feel. She snapped, then caught herself. Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you please just let me explain? Explain what? How you used me as a safety net while shopping for my replacement? How you told guys I was just comfortable and good for gifts? How you've been lying for months? Her face went white. How did you? Doesn't matter. We're done. Leave the box and go. She started crying. Not the dramatic, manipulative tears I'd seen before. Real, ugly crying. I fucked up. I know. I got scared. We were getting so serious and I panicked and decided to date multiple people instead of talking to me about it. I don't know what I was thinking. You were thinking you could have your cake and eat it too, except you got caught. She tried one more time. The girl from the photos, are you dating her now? That's none of your business. But no, she's a friend who was there for me when I needed one, unlike you. So there's a chance. No, there's not. Please leave. She set the box down and walked away. I waited until she drove off before grabbing it. Inside was maybe half my stuff. My favorite hoodie was missing. So was my PlayStation controller. Petty to the end. That afternoon, I get a text from an unknown number. This is Trent. Thought you should know she just asked me to give her another chance. Said you two broke up and she's ready for something real. I told her to lose my number. Good luck, man. Friday, yesterday, was quiet. Too quiet. I should have known she was planning something. I get a call from my mom. Honey, what's this about you having anger issues? What? Turns out Meredith had found my mom on Facebook and messaged her. Told her she was concerned about my mental health and that I'd been displaying violent behavior and needed help. My mom, God bless her, didn't buy it for a second. I told her my son has never raised his voice, let alone his hand, to anyone. Then I blocked her. But she didn't stop there. She contacted my sister, my cousin, even my elderly grandmother. Same story to each one. Fortunately, my family knows me better than that. Garrett texted me. I'm so sorry about my sister. We've tried talking to her, but she's lost it. Dad's considering cutting her off financially if she doesn't get therapy. Here's the thing about Meredith. Her parents still paid for her car and insurance. At 27, she worked part-time at a boutique and spent most of her money on clothes and going out. I'd been paying for most of our dates, groceries when she stayed over, even some of her bills when she was short. Her dad called me that evening. I want to apologize for my daughter's behavior. It's unacceptable. We've given her an ultimatum. Therapy or we cut her off. She's 27, it's time she grew up. I thanked him and wished him luck. Last night, I went out with some friends I'd been neglecting during the relationship, told them the whole story. One of them, Jake, shook his head. Dude, we tried to tell you. She was always asking when you'd propose, talking about ring sizes, but then flirting with other guys when you weren't around. We didn't know how to bring it up. Wish they'd tried harder, but I get it. No one wants to be the friend who causes drama. Delaney texted me, "How you doing? Need another arcade night?" I smiled. "I'm good, thanks for being there." That's what friends do. This morning, I woke up to one final text from Meredith. She'd used a friend's phone. "I know you hate me, but I need you to know that I really did love you. I just loved myself more. I'm getting help. I'm sorry for everything." I didn't respond. There was nothing left to say. I'm sitting here now in my quiet apartment, and I feel free, like I dodged a bullet. A 3-year expensive, emotionally draining bullet. To everyone asking, yes, I changed my locks. Yes, I blocked her on everything. No, I'm not interested in dating right now. Delaney is a friend and will stay that way. I need time to figure out who I am without someone else's drama. Thank you all for the support. It's been a wild week, but I'm going to be okay. Better than okay, actually. For the first time in months, I'm actually looking forward to the future. My energy, it's all mine now, and it feels pretty damn good. Edit. For those asking about the photos her brother sent, yes, I still have them. No, I won't be sharing them beyond what I already did. I'm not interested in revenge or hurting her more than necessary. I just wanted the truth out there. And yes, Garrett is still my gaming buddy. He's actually been one of my biggest supporters through this. Family doesn't always mean blind loyalty, and I respect him for that.